Hello amazing hackers, hope you're all doing well today. Welcome back to the channel and the first devlog of Hackers Date. Now this is still a code name and right now I'm still working on it. As you can see, I'm doing bug fixes, and in the very beginning I'm having some trouble. First of all, successfully implementing PDO to grab my posts on the main page, but then you'll see me struggle a little bit to get the voting right. Now I think I got the voting right until I pick it up back later and I see it's not correct, but we'll get back to that later. Now what needs to happen is I have to check if somebody's already voted, and if they have, I put it in a separate table for later. So now that my voting is kind of working, I move on. I think I have voting working, but now the horrors of the DMs come on. And basically my PDO is not working well. I'm mixing up query and exec, my parameters are not well defined, and as you can see, it's been a while. And now it's time for some general bug fixing. Now thank you very much. Somebody tested this for me and reported a lot of bugs, and one of them was that the character limits were not well defined when you were registering. It wasn't displaying the character limits for the password, so you didn't know how many characters were actually the maximum, and the character limit was simply not defined for usernames, while that in all actuality is 30, so we set the max length of those fields. Now there's also some suggestions that have come in. I'll work on those later, and then I'm gonna mess with the PDO again for a full 30 minutes, my friends. And of course there was a display message added to show when your user has actually been registered. Later on we'll also do an email to confirm that you actually have the account, and we'll probably do some other way of password recovery as well. And now that I'm messing with the website a little bit, I think it's the perfect time to tell you guys what the actual intention is, of course. Because this website, I've seen that a lot of people are looking for hacking buddies. What I want to do is bring them together and build a platform where you can actually connect to another hacker, get the same assignment as them, and work on it together. That's my intention. So I don't know if it's gonna work out, of course. This is still a very early phase, but as you can see, I'm gonna try to keep you updated on what's going on with the project. Oh, and you'll have to forgive my terrible coding skills. I'm doing this fast. I should be doing this properly, but I'm doing a lot of bug fixing because I want to get the MVP working, and I want to see what I can and cannot do in PHP, and maybe I have to do some Ajax and Node.js. So now you're gonna see me struggle with PDO again to get it working on register for a couple of minutes. So we're going to put that on speedrun from now on. Now we've also added PDO to the user check to see if they exist, because that wasn't there yet. Now anytime we're going to come across a query, I'm going to replace it with its PDO counterpart, because I'm not gonna do it in one big bang. Just every time I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna replace it. Then I've also had some issues spelling address. Now this is really bad of me, and I've also added the email address to see if you've already registered with that email address. And if you have, I'm gonna deny registration as well as with the username, as we had that before. So that's it for this part. Let's move on to the next section. Now I'm going to work a little bit on a bug fix where it was possible to enter spaces as a post or an empty post, and of course we want to remove the leading spaces. Now the problem is that of course you have trim, but I forgot that there was also ltrim in PHP. But after a while I figured it out, so we got working, we got our bug fix, but we still need to implement PDO on creation of a post, of course, so that's next. And one quick PDO fix later, we have this working as well for creation of posts, which we can easily expand to the creation of DMs as well. Of course, this is just a very simple copy and paste job, and then we'll have it on DMs as well. Which brings us to the next bug on our list. There is no CSRF token, and it's a very good notice of you. Thank you very much for reporting that, by the way. So the CSRF token, a few of you reported that. We're going to first of all need to add it to the header where we generate a new CSRF token, if none has been generated yet. And then we're going to have to add that to a form. Now we're going to start with the creation of a post form, because that is where it is reported, but we'll add an extras later on, such as the creation of a DM as well, of course, because that needs to be CSRF protected. Also, answers will need to be CSRF protected as well. Now enjoy watching me struggle for the longest time, as I can't figure out for the life of me why this CSRF token implementation on the DM page is not working. Now I'll give you a few moments. Just think about it. Okay, thought about it? So here we go. This is not very smart, of course, but DM calls upon write message. And I am implementing a CSRF token in the DM page, but I shouldn't be implementing it here. I should be implementing it in the write message. Now, at a certain point, I almost catch the drift. I almost get the idea, but I'm not quite there yet. Give me a few moments. I'm not that fast. You know, I'm getting older, 30 years old here, so thanks a lot for your patience. Now, will you look at that? CSRF is actually starting to stick together. Eventually, I make the mistake of only implementing the token on the write message page. I should also implement it on the DM page, otherwise I cannot send a DM, but I figure it out. Hallelujah. Now, watch me struggle a little bit with my recording software before we end this developer vlog. I've fixed several issues in this one. We fixed CSRF tokens. I'm probably just gonna show you some normal footage of the website not moving right now, just while I talk about it. I'm gonna do more of these devlogs because I enjoy them. They push me to work on the side a little bit harder. And if you guys see anything that is not alright, please let me know as well, because I want to fix it. I want to make it well. I want to make it good. And I want to fix the PDO issues in the write messages and in the DMs first of all. That's what I'm going to do right now and probably in the next devlog. Thank you guys for tuning in. As you guys saw in that DM, there's somebody who really enjoys and who would like to give a thumbs up and subscribe. So maybe you could consider doing the same since you've made it so far. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, my friends. Much love. Uncle Red out.